Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm popping in quickly to give you the last face-to-face kind of video for 2021. I am going to be taking some time off over Christmas, so I just wanted to talk about that quickly and what I will and will not be doing. So I'm going to be working up until the 23rd, all right, and I'll get back to full on work in the beginning of January, probably around the 3rd or 4th, somewhere around there. I will take emergency bookings if you do need something done, but please do contact me prior to that so that we can make an arrangement for you. There will be an additional booking fee if anybody really needs that and they do need something over the holidays. It's essential that I do take a bit of time off, okay, and take a bit of a break. There also will be the last energy session that I'm doing coming up on this Saturday because we have a full moon. So that's going to be the last energy sessions for 2021. Will be this full moon session that I'm doing. And then, yes, I've got a couple of bookings left open until the 23rd when I go off, so I can fit a couple more in. If you want anything done, please give me a shout. I'm obviously still taking bookings for the 2022 year ahead reading. That's going to be an extended reading. That reading is going to be a case of me pulling one card for each month of the year. I know I've explained this before, but some people have not seen the previous video. So what I'll do is I'll pull one tarot card for each month of the year. I will then choose an additional or pull an additional oracle card for that month. So that's going to give you a bit more of an in-depth look at that month. All right. So we're not just going to get the general energy for, say, January. We're also going to get an additional card that's going to say, okay, this is going to be the general energy, but here's something else that we need to have a look at, or that your attention is going to be drawn to, or something you need to focus on, or something you need to avoid, whatever it wants to bring up in terms of some kind of advice or guidance for that particular month. All right, so I am still taking bookings for those. I'm booked about almost halfway through January now, but I will book them for the whole of January so that we're using January to do the 2022 projections. So if you haven't booked that yet and you'd still like to, please go ahead. It is in the Etsy shop. It's hard to miss. It says pre-order 2022 all over the picture. And then obviously if there's anything else that you need before the end of the year or before the 23rd or thereabouts, please give me a shout so that we can book you in and try and fit you in somewhere. And like I say, I will be available periodically if somebody really needs something, if it's got to do with a job that you've been offered or there's an emergency of some sort, please let me know. I will be willing to do energy sessions and readings when I do have a little bit of time off or some extra time, or I can fit it in for you somehow, somewhere. So, don't think that you can't get hold of me if you really, really need something. All right. So we're going to do the reading for today, for the week ahead. I'm going to use, let me just see, I was putting the cards that I needed for this evening. Okay. I'm going to use the Energy Oracle. I've used them a couple of times for you guys. I hope that the focus is going to be in, and I'm going to use the Crow Tarot. Alright, so I'm going to do an example of kind of what I'm going to do for the year ahead reading. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for what we can expect for the week ahead. I'm also going to then pull an additional oracle card to give that a bit more depth. I've done this before as well, but like I say, not everybody watches every single reading, so let's see what we get. Oops. So we're just going to give them a quick shuffle and see what cards come up for us for the week ahead. Okay, I will see how it goes in terms of doing a weekly reading as well. I'll still try to be as consistent as possible with that, but I do have a lot of family commitments coming up. Obviously, I also need to do some shopping and stuff with kids and family and all of that. So, yes, I will also have a message up on the Etsy shop, but you can still message me through the Etsy shop or send me a message on Telegram like you usually do, and then I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick a card or 3 for the week ahead. What do we need to know most importantly right now, please? these are the three that wanted to come out. All right, so what we've got here is the Seven of Swords. This is from the Crow Tarot, very beautiful deck. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. For those of you who are an Aquarius, she represents Aquarians. And then we have the Sun. The Sun is a major arcana, okay? And major arcana overpowers the other cards and the impact and the effect that it has. And when I am looking at the three of these together, this is saying to me that there are some difficulties that need to be overcome, but I feel as if we also need to realize that we can't do everything, okay? So there's some things that you want to achieve or that you're working on, and I feel as if I need to say to you here, you need to realize that some things are going to be won or going to be successful and some aren't, and don't try and spread yourself too thin this week, okay? Realize there's certain things you can accomplish and certain things you can't, and I feel like some of them can be accomplished at a later stage as well. Don't try and take on too much. Do you see this crow is trying to carry as many swords as he possibly can? And this card can also give an energy of you win some, you lose some. So it's like make peace with certain things that you cannot fix or attain this particular week, okay? And I don't think you're going to be too happy about all of them, okay? When I see these feathers that have fallen away, it's like he's going to lose a couple of feathers in the process, but it's going to be okay. There is still this feeling of like overcoming things. There's still a feeling of triumph. But don't try and win everything. Don't try and have everything. Don't try and do everything, because it's not the week to do this. All right? I feel like there's going to be slow progress with certain things. Also, there's this humanitarian kind of energy when I see the Queen of Pentacles and the potential for abundance. This is somebody who is very caring, wants to, reach out to the masses, be and do everything for everybody, or be all things to everybody. All right. Again, if you're trying to accomplish a lot of things, try and give yourself a bit of a break. Don't expect too much. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. And that is how she actually achieves certain things. Okay, this is about working with others. So maybe you need to delegate. Maybe you need to help somebody else. But this is about teamwork. It's also about mentorship and being able to help somebody or teach somebody or be willing to do for others or allow others to do for you. Okay, this is like a philanthropist. But that's the kind of energy for the week. I think it can be a bit overwhelming. I think that we can be a little bit moody too when I look at this. And I think that there's this is saying that you can learn a few things about yourself this week, potentially. Okay, through our behavior, through the interactions we have with other people, through the actions or the inactions that we manage to do or undertake or don't manage to do. I think that this is going to tell us a lot about ourselves. I feel like this is about learning and transformation, but ultimately for good. But I think that there's some emotional stuff coming up here. This is very prevalent now at the moment because we are going through these phases where we've come out of these two eclipses as well. So there's been this tumultuous emotional stuff going on, and we sometimes battle to make sense of it or to deal with it. And I think that this is like the end of that, and saying, okay, certain things I need to leave behind, certain things I need to make peace with the fact that I can't fix it or I can't do it, and not feel overwhelmed, not beat myself up about it. Let other people do certain things, or this is not for me. Or maybe you see someone doing something that you've always wanted to do and you feel a little bit heart sore about it, or a little bit nostalgic or regretful, or whatever the case is, and celebrate the victories of other people. If you missed opportunity or you didn't take that chance at that time and you're busy with something else, but whatever you're doing is still meaningful, find joy for that person, be happy for them, and say, okay, well, that wasn't for me, that's something I need to leave for someone else. This is what the Seven of Swords is also saying. All right, and I feel like whatever we're going to work on as well is going to bear fruit, but in the future, because the Sun talks about so many beautiful rewards that are coming, but something that's going to take a bit of time. Okay, it's about sowing the seeds for the future. sowing the seeds for things that are potential for the future. Have a bit of patience if things are not working out as well or as fast as you'd like, because whatever action you are taking, whatever seeds you are planting, are going to bring some kind of reward at the end. Okay, that's what the sun is about. You see this, it's really beautiful. Sunflowers, this beautiful scene with the horse and the crow. It's really lovely, and this is exactly what it's about. This is about celebration. It's about new unions, maybe partnerships, maybe a wedding, whatever it is that you're planning, and it's something that maybe there've been a few obstacles in getting there or attaining certain things, but this is saying you will attain it. There might be delays and postponements, but the sun will shine at the end of the day. Okay, be mindful of what you're planting in terms of your thoughts, your actions, your emotions. Whatever you're putting out there is going to come back. So you need to be very mindful of that. Okay, let's see what cards come up as an additional oracle card to give more depth to the reading. Like I said, this is what I'll be doing, or very similar to the readings for the year ahead, for those who are having personal readings done with me, the 2022 year ahead projection. Let's give it a quick shuffle. Okay, so we're going to ask to get a card that's going to give a little bit more meaning and depth to the Seven of Swords. Let's see what comes up. Action. Okay, this is quite interesting. It almost reminds me a bit of the Sun card. So there we've got action. Let me just get it into focus for you. That's beautiful. The first thing I see is the contrast between the white and the black horse. Okay, and they're having to move forward. They're having to do certain things, take action with certain things, obviously. Is it focused? There we go. And I do see action in this card. Whenever we see swords, this is about action. It's about moving forward. It's about conquest. It's about often action that takes us into another state of being. All right, taking action, moving forward with certain things to achieve something. So I think that that is really the essence of this, and trying very hard to achieve something, but realizing you can't do it all, or you need a bit of help. You see, these horses are not alone either. And I feel like there's a bit of competition. Okay. I also want to say to you, need to keep perspective in this particular situation. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, you need to keep the bird's eye view. You need to see the whole picture of what is this person going through, what am I going through, if there is any competition. If you are going through something, are you going through it completely alone, or is there another party involved that you also need to consider perhaps? Okay, don't just think this is happening to me. Maybe there are other people it's also happening to, and try to see their point of view as well. And maybe try to be a little bit, of the mind where you don't have to always be in complete competition, but leave something for someone else, whatever that means, okay? If that means, slowing down a bit so somebody else can also achieve something, or they can also feel a little bit of gratification or achievement in something, don't steal the show, and don't feel upset if you don't steal the show. Share the victories of other people. This is definitely a message that's coming through. If you took everything, there'd be nothing left for the other crows. Okay, and he might be disappointed that he didn't take everything or achieve everything or get everything for himself. But there's some good that's going to come from that. There's a purpose to that. All right. Okay. Let's see what comes up for the Queen of Pentacles. We're going to pull something to see what gives that a bit more depth. This was also like this philanthropist kind of energy. Let's see what else we got. What can tell us more about the Queen of Pentacles, please? There we go. Okay. Walking away. Remember I said to you a couple of seconds ago, or a couple of minutes ago, there might be something that you wanted to do, wanted to achieve, was working towards maybe for a couple of years, And you might have to, relinquish that or be happy for somebody else because somebody else has gone and done it or also wants to do it. Maybe it's something that you tried and you gave up and now you're kind of a little bit jealous because someone else did it. It's something to this effect, okay? Emotional stuff. And it, again, learning things about ourselves, learning things about others, seeing a bigger picture, thinking out of the box. She's walking out of this fence. She's realized, oh, you know what? There's more to life than this. Maybe I'm not meant to do this particular thing. Maybe that is meant for somebody else because I'm supposed to walk a different path or achieve something else or help other people with a particular project. Okay, do you see she's not upset about walking away? Let me get her into focus. There are blossoms, there's potential for growth here, there's transformation again, which I picked up with the Queen of Pentacles. There are butterflies in both of these pictures as well. Butterflies or metamorphosis, it's about change. And this is what made me say, we're going to learn something about ourselves. Okay, there's potential for us to learn something about ourselves, that we can move to something else. Do you see she's not sad because she's walking away or that she's never realized that she can open the gate before? She's not unhappy about it. She's looking back and she's smiling and she's like, I'm glad I had that experience. I'm glad I learned that thing. And now I'm going to, take it to the next level. These blossoms as well, they are only beginning to bud. All right, so there's so much potential. Like I said, there's abundance here, potential for abundance. So if you're walking away from something, don't be sad about it. Just know that maybe you don't see what is actually coming for you or what the potential is for you here, because this is going to be something really lovely. And that's what the sun tells us, because I always see these as like progressive, Seven of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and then the sun is telling us kind of how it's going to end up. So this is saying, yes, maybe there's a bit of work to be done or something different you're going to do. Plant the seeds because it's going to be successful. It's going to be something where you're going to actually have a success or some kind of gratification that maybe you didn't even expect. Think out of the box. Do something different, okay? Walking away is not always a bad thing. This is New Horizon. She's walking away to start something new, to do something different. Very interesting. Okay, so we're going to pull a card to clarify or give a bit more information on the sun and what that's trying to tell us. I nearly couldn't see my cards there for a minute. Okay, can we have a card to tell us more about the sun's energy, please? Woman holding a heart. Okay, so we've got the number 8 a couple of times here. And this is also about transformation, and it's very powerful. The number 8 is never really like diminished or a bad thing. It's always a positive thing. It's always change. It does sometimes come through difficulty, but it's always change. Now we've got the sun and we've got woman holding a heart. She's got a butterfly on her head as well. There's definitely something here that is very meaningful, that has the potential to be so gratifying, so wholesome and fulfilling for somebody. But they don't see it right now. Okay, they're seeing the Seven of Swords energy. And this is what, we're kind of looking at all the awesome tasks we have to undertake to get where we need to get to. But this is saying to us, here is the potential for you to actually think out of the box, do something different, get out of your comfort zone in certain ways, maybe walk away from something in order to bring a new state of being that's going to be really great for us. I mean, this is something that it's dear to your heart. It's really meaningful. It touches you deeply. Okay. And the sun is really, this is something about, again, something so meaningful, so wonderful. So I don't know if any of you, like I said earlier, this could be something like a relationship, a wedding. It could be a new partnership for business. Maybe it's a business that you've always wanted to have, that you're going to be led to it and you don't even know that yet. Okay, and you're going to have to walk away from something in order for this opportunity to open up for you. But we've got all these signs of like blossoms and flowers, you know, here's the butterfly on her head. If you didn't see it, let me just zoom you in a bit. She's also looking back. It's like something from the past, you know, that we didn't kind of want to let go of, but it's actually been such a blessing in disguise that you've had to walk away from this thing. Very interesting. And it's something heartfelt. It's something so meaningful. So maybe, you know, it's obviously for the week ahead, you're going to get a glimpse of what this is. Or maybe even do something meaningful for yourself that you haven't done before, that you think, hey, you know what, I really deserved that. I've done a good thing for myself by walking away from something. There's no suffering and crying about this particular thing, okay, that she walks away from. Is it zoomed in? There we go. Beautiful colors, and they actually very much kind of blend in. So there's this need for us to take action, which is probably not going to be very easy, okay? You win some, you lose some, is the energy here. And maybe sacrificing to let somebody else win for a change, or giving somebody a little bit of credit, or letting them run with something instead of us. All right. And then we have this Queen of Pentacles energy. Again, willing to celebrate the victories of others, willing to walk away from something and say, you know what, let this person have this one. And the powers that be are going to say, well, that's wonderful, because what we're going to do is reward you with the sun and the woman holding the heart. This woman holding the heart can sometimes show that there is somebody coming into your life in a romantic aspect. So can the sun. All right. So for some of you, this is going to be relationship stuff, something really significant. Because this is to do with the heart, and this can show marriage, it can show a new relationship, all sorts of things. So perhaps that's in that capacity for some of you. Okay, interesting week ahead. All right, ladies and gents, I will see you as soon as I can see you. I will keep in touch with you with regards to what I'm going to do and not going to do over the holidays, or when I am and am not available, via the Telegram group. So if you're not on there, please join the Telegram group. Message me to find out how to get on there. If you are on Telegram already, you just have to go to Air Oasis, EIR, Oasis, all one word, and you'll see it there, and you can join the Telegram channel. All right, it's a channel, not a group. But I'll always put the link to it at the bottom of the notes as well on the YouTube videos and all of that kind of thing. Just look for it. It gives all the links to everything below there. All right, I wish you a beautiful week ahead. I'll chat to you all soon. Take care. Bye.